What a lovely day. Mind you, I'm busy indoors. I can't help it. I'm busy. But nevertheless, it feels very summery today. And I'm just away to water these actually before. Well, there's been a shower of rain actually, so this shouldn't be too bad. Hello, sir. Good afternoon, or just on noon. In fact, it's exactly noon. These nasturtiums have come out really, really lovely. I'm very happy with my display. And the sweet peas are, well, they are a trailing sweet pea, so it's just the variety that they are, but there's still a lot of buds. It's still early for sweet peas, of course. Although what you need to do with sweet pea is always remove the last flowering stalk, because they go to seed very quickly, and if they go to seed then that stops them producing more flowers. Like most plants, that's why you deadhead them. Not all plants, I have to say, but most of them. But these are lovely. I think the last time I was here I mentioned it was a red geranium. I was totally wrong. It was this chap here. I'm sorry about this. Because I love the colours. I do. But I have to tell you that nasturtiums should be blooming till September. So these are quite an early lot. So I don't know. But I'm just doing my best with all the things I've got to contend with in a particular day. You wouldn't believe it, how much stuff I've got to contend with in my life. But I love the flowers. Look, I mentioned these ones before. I still haven't got the name for you, I'm sorry. But look how many florets are still to bloom. This is in a pot, so this is going to go into a bit of a formal display for next year. I have to tell you that. I'm going to put this in the corner, and it will just expand. But the geraniums have lasted particularly well in this corner this year. This is unusual. They die back very quickly. They're one of those flowers that they produce their flower heads quickly, and then they don't last. You trim them back and then they come again, you see. But so this is my wonderful display of Michaelmas. Look how high. I mean, I'm holding the camera at chin height, so you can see just how tall these magnificent plants are. And I have to say the combination of the rains, the cooler weather of late, and the warm sunshine just now. I mean, these plants are very, very happy, aren't you? Yes, Andy, I'm very happy indeed. Thank you very much for looking after us. I notice you're looking after the robin at the moment. Indeed I am. He's there every single morning. And he or she, I don't know what, I think it is a she. She's absolutely delightful. Comes into the house, she's been in the house, flying about the kitchen and everything. Robins are unlucky if they fly in without enticement. If you get a robin that comes into the house, it's bad luck. But if the robin just sees you there and says, hello, good morning Andy, can I come in please and get a little nibble of some oatmeal? Hold a second, I'll finish this cigaretto. And then he'll fly and sit on the kitchen floor. Come on Andy, I've got all day. Alright. And that's when he or she, well she I told you, then sits and nibbles on the rug. And away it goes. I will have that bird eating out of my hand. I can guarantee she will be quite, well I mean, I've got close-ups about as close as this flower, chatting to the robin. And I mean, I've not filmed it all of course, but I've had other events where the robin almost allows me to touch its nose. Isn't this superb? It really is. Look at these flowers, Eddie. So I'm awful pleased, but this is all the staking up. It takes a lot of time. But if I hadn't done this, the recent rains and a bit of the wind, they would all be lying completely flat, all struggling and bunched together. So this is why I do it, and it's worthwhile. I mentioned previously to you about this corner, but I'm a wee bit disappointed that I'd had to let it go. But as I say, that's my winter project of rebuilding in here, and I need to cut back the hazel tree significantly. It's blocking out a lot of light, so I don't know, I stuck it in there. It's a spare one I had. I put it in there without thinking ahead. So I need to trim that back. But it's a good protection as well from noise and you know, and people with big noses, nosy parkers. We don't have any parkers living in the village, do we? No, but we've got plenty of nosies. Not even inquisitive, just well, it's like every village, every street. It's just human nature. People twitching at blinds and you know, screens, or peering through Venetian blinds, you know. Usually when the adverts on television think they do it. But, so delighted. And you can see in here, this is the collapse because I never got these ones staked as well as I'd hoped to, and this is what happens. But they're all right, and it's going to give a big yellow surround colour here. And but these plants, I mean, absolutely massive. I believe they're South American, and from the Alps. Not from the Alps, you fool. From the Andes, the mountain range. So I think they're Peruvian or something like that. But really delightful. Excuse me. A dry cough, Andy, means you need a cigarette in your mouth. Where is it anyway? I had one rolled. Yes, I've got it here. So let's spark up and clear your throat. As a doctor used to say to me as a young, he says, "Do you smoke?" And I says, "No." He says, "Well, I recommend at least 10 a day." I said, "Really? I thought it was bad for you." "Oh, nonsense, nonsense. If anything, I love a cigarette," said the doctor. And he would proceed to take out a pack of Peter Stuyvesant cigarettes and colourful pack, and open them up and here, have a cigarette. I says, "No thanks, doctor." Well, if you don't take GP advice, how are you supposed to keep well? I do think that a cigarette is good for you. You know, all things in moderation, of course. Like a glass of whiskey. A glass of whiskey is very pleasant. But if you drink a bottle, it's not so pleasant, is it? But, let's help me through here, Annie. Not as organised as I've been. Well, I am, Andy. You're not bad. Things are just the way they are. You can't help it. It's all neat. It's all very neat and tidy. You have to put this in here because the cats would sneak under there and wait for the birds to come down to get something to eat and pounce up and try and grab them. This is what happened to the nest box. I've not loaded that. But I came out one morning, the very final morning, the sparrows had all fledged. But in the very final morning, the box was tipped to the side, and I presume the cat's been up here, had enough, and I think it was a ginger cat. They got chased, and what's happened? It's jumped up and it's managed to push its paw and try and. I think it's actually got on top. It's managed to get up there. Gave the poor birds a fright, their bloody life, I'm sure. But the birds were smart enough to escape because I've seen them all. But I will put that up at a later stage. I can't do everything. It's I mean, it is summer. I'm not sitting in front of my computer loading things when I should be busy with other stuff. So my pulse is done very well this year, and as I say, excuse the teeth cells. I've had a OCD day yesterday, and I kept going, and I've cleaned out just about every cupboard in my kitchen, and I washed every single thing. It's a brilliant OCD day. It was really, really good fun. I love it. I washed every single item I had in the cupboards, and they were gleaming, and then restacked them all back neatly. So the hedge is needing done, but I have to wait till August. I get really furious at people who cut their hedges before the end of August, because the birds are still, believe it or not, still nesting. And I don't like people who disobey rulings. And you'll see the contractors are already smashing hell out of the hedges and country roads, but they're allowed to do that for safety reasons, for motor cars, horses and pedestrians, you see. But anyway, that's my OCD. The only garment there that's not OCD connected is my simmet. My simmet. Nobody calls it simmet anymore, my cotton vest, but anyway. So I'm not going to linger. There's the clouds gathering again, Annie. And as I said, I've not even transferred this pure thing yet. I've been too busy. You know, why are you busy? I've been busy sitting there having a cigarette. There we go for now. So I hopefully enjoy the little wintering here. And yes. The garden's a beautiful place to be, and it'd be such a sad, lonely kind of garden without flowers. I have to tell you this. I don't understand people that allow their gardens to go to grass and weeds and stuff all the time, or unless they're utilising the weeds, of course. But I don't understand people that concrete the whole bloody garden and put gravel down everywhere. Unless, of course, they're not able to do the garden, but fair enough.